50 years after humans last walked on the moon, NASA is trying to go back after years of delays and technical setbacks. More than half a century since the Apollo era, a new chapter would begin if Team NASA finds success. The countdown has begun at Kennedy Space Center for Artemis 2, the first crewed mission to deep space in more than half a century. The launch is targeted for 6:24 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on April 1st, within a broader launch window. Hi, I'm Saurav Kumar, and here is why this mission matters.
The main goal of Artemis 2 is for the first time to fly crew. So we're flying astronauts on this mission, and we're going to take them and we're going to fly around the moon and back. So this will be the first time we've flown crew out to the moon since 1972.
So the last time astronauts traveled beyond Earth's orbit was 1972 during the Apollo missions. Since then, humans have remained in the low Earth orbit, no farther than the International Space Station. Artemis 2 can change that. 4 astronauts will travel around the moon on a mission lasting about 10 days, flying farther than humans have gone in decades. But no landing this time. This mission is a critical step before NASA attempts to return humans to the lunar surface. The crew will launch aboard NASA's Space Launch System, or SLS, the most powerful rocket since the mighty Saturn V the agency has ever built. Inside, the Orion spacecraft. This is designed specifically for deep space missions. Here is how the mission will unfold. After the launch, the crew will spend about 24 hours in Earth orbit, testing life support and navigation systems. Then they fire the engines and head toward the moon.
Once we launch, we're going to go into a 24-hour orbit around the Earth. One of the most important things we want to test on this mission is the environmental controls and life support systems. All the things that keep the crew safe and healthy inside the Orion spacecraft. We want to test those out in the Earth orbit before we make the commitment to go to the moon. So we'll spend about 24 hours in that orbit around the Earth. The second phase of the mission is, once we're confident that everything is working okay, we'll do something called a translunar injection burn, but that's basically fire the engines and we head off on a trajectory to the moon. It's a special trajectory that when we go out to the moon's gravity is going to pull us and have us go around the moon, and then it'll sling us back towards Earth.
They will swing around the far side of the moon on what is known as the free return trajectory, using the moon's gravity to slingshot them back towards Earth. At the farthest point, the crew will travel among the farthest distances humans have ever reached.
We're going to take our astronauts farther than any human has ever been from Earth before, so that we'll break the record from Apollo.
Then they re-enter Earth's atmosphere and splash down in the Pacific Ocean. Let's talk about the crew. 4 astronauts who make this journey are Reid Wiseman, who is the commander, Victor Glover, pilot, Christina Koch, mission specialist, and Jeremy Hansen, who is also a mission specialist. This mission includes several firsts. It has a first black astronaut on a lunar trajectory. First for a woman to travel this far into deep space. It is also the first time a Canadian will go beyond low Earth orbit. But this is not a sightseeing trip. It is a test flight.
They'll be making observations of the moon when we fly around there, but they're also conducting other experiments. We have several what we call human health and performance experiments. We're going to test how they live and work inside the Orion capsule during this time. We're going to measure radiation in there, so we want to keep our astronauts safe. We have a really interesting experiment on this mission called Avatar, where each of our 4 crew members have some samples, some tissue samples that are going to experience the same environment that they experience, and then we'll compare those and see how we can use those in the future, those types of simple experiments. To measure what the impact is on them. They've got exercise equipment that they have to test out and see how that works, and then how do they have room in that small space to do all the things they need to do. So all kinds of things will keep them very busy.
All of this data will be critical before NASA attempts a lunar landing in future Artemis missions. So what comes next? The long-term goal is clear: return humans to the moon and build a sustained presence there. But those plans depend on how mission like Artemis 2 perform.
We are always thinking about what the other countries in our world are doing and what they're thinking about. We know that China's thinking about going to the moon. They've been very open about what they're planning, and we definitely want to make sure that we are going. We will get there first, and we are going to stay this time.
NASA is building this program step by step, and this mission is the next critical test. There is one more moment worth watching for. So when the spacecraft passes behind the moon, the crew will witness something no human has seen in person for more than 50 years. It's called Earthrise, first captured during Apollo 8 in 1968. It shows our planet rising over the lunar horizon. That image reshaped how we see ourselves, not as separate nations, but as one shared world. Artemis astronauts will see it again. And in a world marked by conflict and divisions, that perspective may matter more than ever. From nearly 400,000 kilometers away, there are no borders, just one fragile planet in the vastness of space. This is Saurav Kumar. Thanks for watching.